Everybody, welcome to Poli Games. I'm your host Joseph, and today we are reviewing Fire Emblem Fates for the 3DS Birthright. So let's get right into it. Fire Emblem has been a game that has been really popular in Japan. It's brought over to the United States very slowly but surely. Fire Emblem Awakening was on the 3DS. It was really popular here in North America, and a game that I really liked. It really got me into handheld gaming again. It was actually probably one of my top 5 games of that year. It was really fun. And I'm usually not that big into handheld games, so it was really something that this game got me into that. With that being said, Fire Emblem Fates Birthright, when it was announced, I got a little excited. I knew I was going to pick this game up. Now, there's Fire Emblem's Conquest that comes along with it. It's a little bit more for the whole hardcore audience, the more dedicated fans. Birthright is for more of the casual to getting into the series, and we'll get to know the reasons why into the review. But with that being said, let's talk about the story of Fire Emblem Fates Birthright. And from now on, I'm just going to call it Birthright. So the story starts off with really interesting. You're in the middle of a battle, and two sides greet each other. They're fighting each other, and you step in the middle of this battlefield, and these two groups of people stare at you, and you go, "Princess? Princess? She's our princess. She's your princess? 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 Sister? She's our sister. No, she's our sister," type of argument. You find out that one side is your adopted family that you know, that you grew up with, that you've lived there for most of your life. And the other family is your real family that you were taken when you were a kid. And you know nothing of their traditions, nothing of their people. The people kind of don't really trust you. And it shows alongside the story. With that being said, it sounds unique. It seems like in the beginning you're going to have to pick a side. And I'm like, oh shit, I get to pick like which side I really want to side with? That's really cool. You don't get to. That's where Conquest and Birthright differ. Birthright, you follow your real family. Conquest, you follow your adopted family. I did not like that whatsoever. I really would have liked that I got to choose my family and who I'm fighting with, because it kind of made it seem like in the game that was going to be a thing that would happen eventually. With that being said, too, it's kind of also tries really hard, or not even really, it tries really fast for you to get emotionally attached to both sides. Within an hour of really playing the game, you experience both sides, and you don't really get that emotional connection that the game is trying to get, or is trying to reach out to you. And a lot of that's because the dialogue is poor, and really the deliveries are ham-fisted. The dialogue's really cheesy, and I could get so much easier into this game if the dialogue wasn't trying so hard, or wasn't even like treating me like I'm a fucking idiot. Because every character, they're like, "I don't like you because your face," and "I don't like you either because your face," and it's just like, okay, Akuma Matata, whatever your name is, I get it. You don't like me. In every scene, you don't have to point out the fact that you don't like me. You could just give me that condescending attitude, and I could figure out that, you know what, this guy looks like he's not a big fan of me. With that being said, too, yeah, the delivery is not the greatest. The dialogue is really just kind of goes and goes and goes and then ends. Like it's drawn out is what I'm trying to say. It's just the explanation's there. Okay, this is your mother, and and she's trying to talk to you about how, oh, it must be so hard being in this, civilization that you've never really known all your life. I understand how it could be hard, how you cannot believe that I'm your mother, but believe me, I am your mother, and I love you so dearly, even though you do not know this. And I'm just like, all right, lady, fantastic. Shut the fuck up. Seriously, I end up a lot of these conversations, I'm pressing A, pressing A, pressing A. Don't care, don't care, don't care. And it's kind of sad that way. And also, for having two sides, I would think, they both think they're justifiably right, but you find out that there is a right side and there is a wrong side, or at least a moral gray area. when you're playing in Birthright, you are the good guys. There's no doubt about it. I would have to play Conquest to see how that rolls, but it makes no attempt to see how the other side aren't evil bastards, because they do shitty stuff to your family in this game, and you're just like, no, these people are just dicks. These people are violent assholes, and these people are just living in peace. So they make no attempts at trying to persuade you how, you know what, maybe each side is right in a sense and wrong in a sense. So they kind of tried to show that with one scene in particular, with the chick with the blue hair, but it just doesn't go over that well. The other thing is the characters overall. Look at, I said chick with the blue hair. I don't even know one of their names. They're kind of all forgettable. And it sucks because when we're talking about the combat, which we'll sway into, the combat's really important. Because if you die in the game, that's it. You're not coming back. At least if you choose that in the settings. And that's what Fire Emblem is really known for. So I chose that. And it makes it a layer of, okay, we have to be smart when we're playing this game, or else I can lose someone really valuable on my team. With that being said, I got emotionally attached to my team, not because of the characters that they were portraying, but because I just leveled up with them. They're all really high level, so I don't want to lose them and then have to train up another guy to fight alongside me. So with that being said, yeah, characters, they don't do a good job at really connecting with me. The combat, this is a strategy RPG, turn-based RPG. So to me, I like to kind of say it's like chess meets Pokemon, right? You have a turn, you move with your guy, then the enemy has a turn, he moves with his guy. When you meet each other, bum, 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 ba-da. There you go. I did the Simpsons theme, but you understand. You greet each other, you do your turn, you do your attack, and then he attacks you, then you attack him, until one of you guys die. And the great thing about this is, Fire Emblem, at least with me, is you're trying to move in a formation, because that's to say you're adjacent to your partner right next to you. If you get attacked, your partner who's right next to you, on the top next to you, will actually come in to help you fight off that invader, either parry him or counterattack or full out dodge or take the bullet for you. More like arrows in this case, but anyway, it does a good job at really putting the pressure down, saying, okay, here's the enemies, defeat them, get to point A, or get from point A to point B, all that type of jazz. The combat's really fun because it's easy for you to pick up and then for you to drop immediately. It's great. It has that type of mobile game mentality that you could just turn it off. If you're on the subway and you get to your stop, you close your 3DS and you go to work. And then when you're on break, open up your clamshell and then bam, you're back in the fight. The other thing also I want to mention about the fighting is the graphics. When you're playing the game, it has that 2D tile, and then the graphics then when you're fighting an enemy they're all right. They're okay. The thing why I don't have a problem with any of that is because there are practically no load times. You're fighting an enemy, it's fast. Everything is moving really, really fast. So I really like that. And I like the urgency of, you lose a guy, he's out of the game for real. Now let's move towards more the sights and the sounds of the game. Like I said, gameplay is remarkable. Oh, actually, before I even forget about the gameplay, there's also base building. You could build your own little fortress and train guys and whatnot. And then there's also romances, so you can actually romance a character, make kids, and so on and so forth. I didn't do too much of the romancing because that's not really my jam, but I know a lot of people love that in the Fire Emblem games. And I'm also not really that big into base building, but the fact that it's there and it's done relatively well for a handheld title, I really like that. There's a lot of depth in this game for it being a handheld title. Moving forward, we're going to talk about the graphics. Now, the graphics in this game, the sights, the sounds, beautiful. I have the new 3DS, and yes, I have the Majora's Mask. I wanted to brag a little bit, okay? I have the new 3DS. I don't know if on the older 3DSs the game looks as nice, So please comment down below if you have an older 3DS and you want to tell me if the game looks beautiful or not. Please let me know. But the game looks fucking stunning on my 3DS. The cinematics are breathtaking. They're fantastic. The even when they're trying to do like the pictures, like there's kind of like a backdrop and it's just a picture and then it's your character's icon and it's talking. Even then, beautiful. And 3D, the 3D in this game is actually worthwhile. It's actually, you should definitely turn your 3D on for this game. And I don't say that often because I fucking hate 3D, but seriously, this game, 3D, beautiful cinematics are, it's like I'm playing it on TV. It's great. It's like I'm playing a home console. It's really, the graphics are top notch. Even when you're in combat, the actual graphics are not that bad either. The sound quality in this game, really good, really loud too. The music is great orchestral soundtrack. It's really great. The singing in it is excellent. The combat music is good. It gets you pumped up for a fight. You know, the slashes sound like a slash. The only thing I really don't like though, maybe this goes back into characters, but every time you go into a fight, your character beside you says the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. It's like, haha, this guy's not afraid to die, type of thing. And then I'm like, okay, I get it, dude. Like, you have another line? Because that line's not even that great. Just hit each other. Don't talk. Shut your fucking mouth. You know, that's what I feel like sometimes. That's the only thing that bothers me is characters don't shut the fuck up. Anyway, that being said, so graphically the game's beautiful, right? Sounds great. Sounds are up there. Story falls a little bit short. I'll put that on that one. Story falls a little bit short. The gameplay, however, really amazing. Breathtaking. I don't even have words to describe how good it is. And depth, amazing. Characters, forgettable. Dialogue sucks. So that being said, how do I view this game? As a handheld title, it is a must-own handheld title for your 3DS. Whether you're building up your library, whether you just got a 3DS, this is a great game to play. Hands down. Nintendo did it. Congratulations, Nintendo. You made a good game. With that being said, everybody, what did I rate this game? It's a solid 8. Solid 8. It's not the most amazing thing I've ever played. I actually maybe think Awakening to me might be a little bit better. Just because I really was not a fan of the characters or the story this time around. But 8 is a great score. It's a great game. It deserves it. That being said, guys, I want to know what you're thinking. Is this game good? Is this game overrated? How did you feel about it? Let me know in the description down below. If you like this video, like it. If you really like it, please subscribe to us. We have a podcast called Poli Games. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, wherever there's an RSS feed, we're probably there. Check us out. We do weekly news stuff. Sometimes we do conversational round table discussion stuff. So with that being said, everybody, have a great fudging day.